If you're looking at building a website or an online business in 2023 and the years beyond, then I think this is the video for you. In this video, I'm going to show you my new business model and how I'm building an online passive income through using social media and a website. So, shall I show you what I'm doing? Let's get into this. Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today's video I'm going to show you my new business model. You may have seen on my videos before how I've been building niche websites and I've been making passive income. In fact, last year I made nearly $200,000 in 12 months. And that doesn't even include the income I made from the affiliate gathering. So if you want to know how I'm building my websites this year and going forward, then stick around and watch this video. Now you may have watched previous videos of mine and other YouTubes how we show you how to pick a niche, build a website, start writing content and earn some display avenue and maybe even some Amazon commissions. Well, I'm actually doing things differently going forward. I'm a huge believer at the moment in video content. Now, before that scares you off and you go running for the hills, stay with me because it's not as hard as you think. I do believe going forward, Google, search engines, they are going to be using more and more video content. Written content will always be around, but video content will be pushed by these search engines. So a big part of my business model will include a lot of videos and original images. It will also include a lot of written content, which will be more original than what's currently out there. And I'll show you how I'm going to do that. And I'm going to be able to monetize my income not only from written content, but also video content. So let me break the business model down for you step by step. So the first step, which may surprise a lot of people, is actually involving TikTok. Now the business model I'm going to show you can actually be used on various niches. This niche in particular is a passion of mine. It's a hobby that I love and enjoy, which is playing golf. Now this can be used for many different niches. However, it does work better if it's a niche that you're involved with. Maybe you have some history within this niche. Maybe you play this niche as a hobby or a sport. Maybe it's your job or your education. But it really does need to be something that you have some first hands-on knowledge of. Maybe it was something you did when you were at school or college. Or like I said, maybe it's something you do as a profession now. Or it could just simply be a hobby. But getting original content, either written, video or imagery, is going to be super important to use in this business model. Now, as I say, I do play golf and it's one of the reasons why I chose to test out this new business model using this format. Now the format is split into 4 different categories and I'm going to run through each category at the moment. But you can see on screen now a little diagram that gives you a broad overview of this new business model. And it starts off, surprisingly, with TikTok. Yes, TikTok is a platform that I'm using and testing out at the moment. And I'll go through all the pros and cons of each one of these stages. But first stage is definitely going to be content on TikTok, which will then lead to YouTube. Now YouTube is going to be our primary source of income for this new business model. And that will then lead onto a website. And that's where the written content comes in. From the website, we will also be using a 4th social media platform, which is Facebook. Now again, many of you may be thinking Facebook is dead in the water, but I think there's a lot of opportunities on Facebook now due to platforms like TikTok. So that's how the business model is going to work, and I'll explain why it's important we do them in the stages and the steps that I've just shown you. So let's start off with TikTok. So like any of the platforms that I've just shown you, there are going to be some benefits of using that platform and there's going to be some negative or some drawbacks to it. Pros and cons, if you like. So let's take TikTok first. Why are we on TikTok and why is this the first port of call that we're going to be using? Well, for TikTok, there are some things we need to bear in mind when doing TikTok. First of all, we need to bear in mind that we can use and repurpose our YouTube content on TikTok. However, it is actually really important that you use original content. So if you film a YouTube video and you break it up into individual segments to put onto TikTok, that doesn't work and perform as good as it should. You are better doing original content for each one of these platforms. So for instance, TikTok, I'm going to be filming individual shots on the course that are purposely designed to turn into TikTok videos. Now, another good practice with TikTok is to put 3 or 4 videos up all at once. So I record while I'm out playing and then I'll edit them and I'll have batches ready to upload to TikTok on certain days. And it's fine to upload 2 or 3 all in one go. Kind of bombard TikTok with your videos. Now also you can use free editing apps, and there are editing apps and software that's available for free that has great music, graphics, and all kind of funky intros and things like that. And they are free to use. So TikTok is a good platform to be able to get onto without having to invest heavily into software or apps or tools. You also get instant gratification with TikTok. Now what I mean by that is when you write a piece of content, you publish it on Google, you often have to wait months to see some results. Same with YouTube. You can publish a YouTube video and hardly anybody can watch it, and it can take days and days to actually see your results. Whereas with TikTok, you can publish your video and instantly you start seeing comments and views on it. And it gives you that nice warm feeling inside that it's working. You can also go viral. Now, I've literally had my first video that seems to have taken off and gone kind of mini viral. Yes, it's only at around 4,000 or 5,000 views, but it did that within the first few hours. In fact, it was really interesting to see the view count on that video go up. Every time I refreshed the page, it looked like about 50 to 100 people were viewing that video every minute, which was just incredible to watch. And yeah, it gave me a little bit of a smile on my face, and it showed that the actual process is working. It's also a good platform to build brand awareness, and that is the #1 reason why we are building TikTok first, because it's a simple, easy platform to use and build that brand awareness. And as I mentioned, it's also pretty good for most niches. Now, there are some bad points of TikTok. #1, you have to constantly upload. You also need to expect a lot of negative comments. A lot of people on there are keyboard warriors and you will instantly get some negative feedback. But you need to work through those and use them to your benefit by commenting, replying, get that conversation going, get that buzz around that video going, and TikTok will love that. You also need to bear in mind that monetization through TikTok is very poor, and it's not the reason why we are doing TikTok. The reason we are doing TikTok is to build that brand awareness and eventually start sending them over to the next platform we're going to mention, which is YouTube. So YouTube will form the basis of this business. It's where the majority of the monetization will come from, and I do believe it's where a lot of the opportunities will come from. That could be from brand sponsorship deals, shout outs, monetization through display ads, and also we can send and control the viewers on that platform, and we can send them wherever we want. And that will be to the next stage, which would be the website. But let's just run through some of the pros and cons of the YouTube channel. So whilst building your YouTube channel up and building that as your main part of your business, it can provide traffic for a very long time. I still have videos now that I published 2 years ago that are actually some of the main drivers on my channel. They still bring in regular views every day, every hour, every month. And YouTube's great for monetization. There are lots of options available to you. It can also be your main business model. It's kind of the hub, the heart of your business. Now, also content needs to be original, but it can also be long form. So you don't have to produce 1 or 2 minute videos. You can produce in certain niches these 20 and 30 minute videos that generate a huge amount of AdSense due to the amount of ads that can be placed in those videos. Now, also the good thing about YouTube is you don't need to be perfect. For instance, I'm just sat here with a mobile phone rig setup, and I'll try and put an image on the screen of what my setup currently looks like. And you don't have to be perfect. You can produce some good quality, entertaining videos that will generate income, it will generate subscribers, and it can be done on a shoestring budget. You don't need to invest a huge amount of money. You can also build your community around YouTube. Comments, shares, engagement, that is what YouTube is all about. You can also, as I mentioned, send the traffic anywhere. From YouTube, once you build your audience, you capture your audience within that platform, you can then send them to wherever you want. That might be to a website. It could be to an affiliate program like Amazon to earn commission, but you are in control. And that's the last point. You are in control. Yes, there are algorithms that you need to try and capture on YouTube. You do need to try and figure it out a little bit, i.e. thumbnails, titles, hashtags, whatever you want to use. There are certain things you can do to help your channel grow, but primarily you're more in control than you are with a website. But as mentioned, there are some cons to it. It can take longer to monetize. You need to get 1,000 subscribers. You need that 4,000 hours of watch time before you can put them display ads on your channel. You also need to learn new skills. You'll need to learn to edit videos, audio quality, etc. There's also no overnight success. You're more likely to go viral on something like TikTok than you are on YouTube, but YouTube is more long term. You also need to remember your numbers can drop, i.e. your view count, your subscribers and your revenue can drop if you are not constantly uploading. You can see a screenshot here. This is my numbers over the last few months on karlbroadbent.com. I've slightly neglected the channel because I've been working heavily on the affiliate gathering and this new project as well. And you can see the numbers do reflect that. And the last thing you need to remember is you need to stay in control of your channel, i.e. you need to be publishing content around the same topic, similar keywords if you like, constantly, so YouTube gets to know what your channel is all about. If you start publishing content on all manner of subjects, then YouTube might not show you as much love. So once we have our TikTok channel in place and we're filtering people over to YouTube, once we've got our YouTube channel buzzing, we've created that community and we're starting to get some subscribers, we can then work on our website, which is stage 3 of this business model. Now in my case, the website will all be about course reviews. If you search in Google and type a particular golf course, you will find a review, a written review of that golf course. Now, often these articles and these reviews are generated by people who's not actually been there. And most of us will be aware of the Google Helpful Content update that's been rolling out recently, and they were asking us to provide unique, original, helpful content. Now, as a golfer myself, one of the reasons I wanted to get this new business model off the ground is because I do play and visit lots of golf courses, and I've realised that the reviews that are generated in Google in written format are not very helpful. They don't show me and tell me the things that I need to know. They're often written by the golf courses who produce very generic and very standard articles. As a high handicap golfer who gets a little bit nervous on the first tee, I want to know, where is the first tee box? Is it in front of the clubhouse? Will everybody be watching? Or is it set to the side where nobody will really see me tee off and I won't get as nervous? Things like that. That's what beginner golfers want to know. So we're going to provide written reviews about the course after we have played it, which will be original, and we'll also provide original images that people don't usually take. For instance, images of the car park. Is there plenty of car parking spaces? Is there disabled access if you have limited mobility? Are there club cleaning facilities after you finish your round? These are the kind of images that most reviews do not include. So the website is going to form, again, another monetization part of this business model. And again, from TikTok, remember, we'll send them to YouTube. From YouTube, we'll send them to the website. Once we have some articles ranking in the website, organically in the SERPs, then again, we can then filter the traffic both from the website to YouTube and vice versa from YouTube to the website. So what are some of the pros and cons of the website part of this business model? Well, one of the good points is that monetization lasts for years. If we write a review about a golf course, it could rank for many, many years to come. It's easy to upload content. Written content is far easier to upload and edit than it is to film, make and upload a YouTube video. There are also lots of monetization options. We could have a newsletter, We could have our own products. We will have AdSense, and we can also get brand deals as well. So there are many ways to monetize a website. It also can be the base for everything. As mentioned, YouTube can be your base and your hub of your community, or you could decide that your website is going to be the hub and the base of your community. You do have the option to do that. And finally, it's the best place possible to build a brand, a noticeable, recognizable brand and authority within that niche. Now, there are some bad points. Google is often in control on a website. No matter how good your content, no matter how much you publish, Google can choose to take your traffic away at the drop of a hat. It's been done before, I've seen it on many websites, and after lots of algorithm updates from Google this year, people have seen a bit of a roller coaster of a ride. So unfortunately, with a website, you are not 100% in control of your success and the destiny of your business. Now also on written content on a website, competition can be hard to do. So there is no way I can compete with golf club and product reviews on a website. There are far bigger golfing companies out there that will outrank me. However, with the YouTube channel that we have and the TikTok channel, with all that authority around us, we should have a chance at competing on a fairer platform on Google in the SERP index. Now, without those platforms, I don't think we would rank the content by just alone writing original content. Yes, we might strike lucky and get a few in the #1 position, but I don't think the majority of the articles would do very well. Now with a website, there's also a monthly cost. You'll need hosting, you will need some upkeep, you'll need some plugins, and there are a few monthly costs associated with running a website. Compare that to TikTok and YouTube, where the monthly costs are pretty much zero. And with written content, it can always be copied. You can have your written content duplicated or even copied word for word. And it's part of the business that just will not and cannot be avoided. At some point, somebody will take some of your content. However, with video content, that usually cannot happen. It's very hard for somebody to replicate an exact video that you've done. And finally, there are some legal implications with written content that you don't usually see with video content. Now, I have had legal implications on some of my websites. However, with videos, you don't usually have that. All they will ask you to do is take the video down and the matter can be over and done with. But with written content, it's out there for years and it's hard to take away from the search engines once you publish it. Yeah, you can disavow the articles, but it will take some time for them to disappear, and that legal case could be ongoing until that happens. So those are the 3 stages of my new business model. Now, it's not the only way of growing a website or an online business. There are many different ways you can go about it. And you can still go down the route of buying a domain, building a website, writing content, ranking that content, and earning AdSense. You can do that, it's still possible, but it's getting harder and harder each year to actually become successful by just doing that alone. If you took anything away from Google's latest helpful content update, you'll know that you need to change things. You need to mix it up and get out of your comfort box and start going to extreme levels to beat the competition. That may involve TikTok, it may involve YouTube, it may involve Instagram Reels, but you're going to have to do something different than just writing 1,000 words on articles like "Can rabbits eat lettuce?" We are all going to have to change in 2023 with affiliate marketing and written content, and I think we really need to look at how the future of affiliate marketing is going, and I truly believe it will heavily involve video. Now, you don't have to have your face on camera. I do know quite a few successful businesses, websites, and YouTube channels that don't actually show their face. One, for instance, just walks around filming locations. So whenever he goes on holiday or he goes for a day out, he films those locations and he uploads them to YouTube. And he's doing a full-time income just from that. He never even shows his face, but he earns thousands and thousands of dollars each month from display ad revenues on those YouTube videos. So you don't have to be the face of YouTube. You don't have to be camera shy. You can implement the business model that I've just shown you without being too personal and revealing all your personal details and maybe even your face. So let me know what you think of this new business model. Is it something that you think you could implement in your business, and do you think it's going to work? As always, I will bring you all the successes and the failures of this business model on my YouTube channel throughout the coming year. And I may even talk about it at the affiliate gathering in May 2023. So if you come along, you'll get to see some numbers there and see if it has been successful. I do think it's a more solid and relevant business model for the next few years compared to what many of us are using right now. I think it'll be more fun, more original, and I do think Google will like what we're doing. And at the end of the day, we need to please Google, unfortunately. So I hope you found that interesting. Please like the video if you found it interesting. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Have a look at the playlist. I've done many videos on affiliate marketing so far, and I will bring you more videos on this particular business model, and I'll let you know how it's going in the next few months. But for now, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video.